Hello everyone, it's me Kavou and welcome to an actual real video. We are making a full guided Skyrim modding video. When it comes to modding Skyrim, it's not always about installing mods. First of all, let's start with the basics. We need to do a clean installation of Skyrim. What we need to do, you will find Skyrim on your Steam, you're gonna right click on it, go to manage and go browse local files. This is a fresh installment of Skyrim. I've done this yesterday, but in case you haven't done this, if your Skyrim is modded, the very first thing you need to do is grab everything and delete it. Make a completely fresh installment of the game, removing any mods, any content, anything you might have done. This is extremely important if you are not going to do a fresh installation of Skyrim, especially if you're new, your game is gonna be a mess. So what you do next, you go to Skyrim, you go to manage and you uninstall it and then you install it. That's the very first step when it comes to modding Skyrim. The second step is that you need to press play and let Skyrim open. The first reason for this is when Skyrim is going to launch, and I'm doing this for the first time with you, is that Skyrim is going to launch the ini files, which is something needed. From the menu, as you can see, we want to go down to creations and you want to essentially have Skyrim install every single creation club you have on. This is going to happen automatically the moment you launch Skyrim. Here, for example, I'm gonna press options. I don't know how you do this on console. This is mostly for the PC. I'm gonna go and click download or on creation. You're gonna do this, and as you can see, we're gonna start downloading the previous creation club stuff that we own. And essentially with this process, we have managed to make a full clean installation of the game. And second of all, we've managed to generate the ini files and download our creation club stuff. So we've done two steps in the way. Also, like the video and subscribe, guys, it helps a lot. Here comes the third part of this video. We need to find out which version of Skyrim we need to mod. There is three versions of Skyrim. The first version of the game is the one we have installed right now, which is the latest version of Anniversary Edition. I'm gonna explain the goods and the bads and which one we're going to pick. The second one is the mid version, where it has some advantages of the very old version 1.6 plus, and the third version of the game, which is the 1.597. We're going to choose the 1.97, and the reason for that is 1.97, which is essentially the older version of Skyrim. Unlike the other two versions, it has the most mod support. Every single mod works for it. For over the past 15 years, everybody has been running 1.597. This version is the most explorable and the most stable when it comes to mod. If you are going to use any of the other two versions, I will only recommend you to use them, especially the latest version of Skyrim, if you just want to put 20 or 30 mods and be done with it. If you want to put over 50 or 100 mods, I will strongly recommend you to use 1.597 as we are going to do. But you might ask me, but Kavou, how do I know which version I have installed? Papa Smurf Kavou has you covered. Go to the Skyrim, as you can see on the Steam, right click on it, go to manage and browse local files. Put your mouse on the XAQ sample of Skyrim, right click on it, click properties and go to details, and as you can see, this, the 1.6.1170 is the latest version of Skyrim, the one we have installed. That's how you check which version of Skyrim you have installed. Since we want to use 1.97, we will have to downgrade, and I'm gonna show you very simple how to downgrade your game. You need to go to your Windows and press Windows and R. And if you want to copy paste this long boy over here, click OK, and you're gonna get through this page. And very simple, there is three deepots we have to make Steam download in order to downgrade the game. Do exactly what I'm doing. I will have all of those linked down in the video description. First, you want to click this one, and as you can see, it will start download. We're going to put the second file over here, and then we have one last file. Those three files are what needed for us to successfully downgrade our game and start modding. Now, as you can see, it's gonna take a while for this to cook, so take a small break, grab a sweet roll, come back after 15 or 20 minutes and this will be done.
A few moments later.
All of the files, as you can see, have been installed. And if we go to the depot page, and it's very simple to do it again, just go to any of those and you are going to copy paste all the way up to this. You're gonna click Ctrl C. For me it's on the E drive. I'm gonna go on the E drive, I'm gonna click here and I'm going to press Ctrl V. Here we have all of those files that we are going to put inside our Skyrim to downgrade it to the version we need. Let's open the third one and simply drag and drop this inside where your Skyrim folders are. Let it replace everything, and once it's done, we will go to the second depot to drag and drop everything now from the second file. Now that this has finally done, let's go and grab the last one and simply drag it inside our data folder and click. If we go to our Skyrim exe, we right click on it, we go to properties and we go to details. There we have it, 1.597. We finally have managed to successfully downgrade our game. There is 2 more steps we need to do before the actual modding. Fourth thing is something called loot. This program right here, I will explain to you what happens here, but essentially what you need to do, you need to go and download loot. Just type it down to your browser, download it, extract it, and once it opens, it will detect Skyrim. If it doesn't, on the top left here, you can select the games. What you are looking at is our modding tool when it comes to our loot order. Essentially, loot is going to grab all of the mods we're going to put into our Skyrim, into Vortex, is going to sort them in the perfect loot order. So once you run loot, you're gonna have this exact same picture, and you want to click sort plugins. Every time you install a mod, you're going to click on that and it's going to sort our load order. You're gonna click apply. Can we actually move the modding? Nope, we can't. Because as you can see from the yellow text here, there is found records that are deleted references and other namespace issues. The 5th step is something called SSE Edit, and it looks exactly like that, and it's going to help us clean the game. You are going to Google SSE Edit for Skyrim and you are going to manually download this, extract it and run it. So when you're going to open it, you're gonna get this exact picture. Do not get jump scared. This is for the moderator. It's an automated message. You can close it up and essentially you are getting this. You might say, Bahunkas, what is happening, Kavou? What am I looking at? Don't worry, I'm gonna hold you by the hand. Actually not, because that's kinda gay. Do you see the update ESM that has many deleted records? That's great. You're gonna go here and click the update ESM and click OK. This is going to take around 10 minutes because the update ESM is essentially everything.
6.5 hours later.
It is done. It took me roughly 5 with 6 minutes, but as you can see, everything is cleaned, and what you do after this, you simply go here and close it. You might say, Kavou, what the hell? That's how simple it is. If you go back to loot and you click sort plugins, update ESM, as you can see, is now clean. We need to do this for literally every single yellow line. I'm gonna do it one more time just to show you how it's done. Click on it and select the Downgrade ESM, only that, and select OK.
A few moments later.
As you can see here, it is done. Simply go and close this crap and now click sort plugins on loot. And as you can see, the downgrade is clean. Once you clean all of the yellow stuff, we're going to move to the next step, which is using Vortex. We're going to download our mods through Vortex. Vortex is a mod manager. It's very simple to install it. Again, click the link I've shown you, download this, let it run, and it's going to detect Skyrim. And as you can see, we have cleared everything with SSE Edit, and we have to get the very first mods installed. And you are free to add anything you want. The idea for this video is to be a guide or a tutorial to understand all the tools needed and the mods and how we get them. The very first mod we need is the Skyrim script extender. We need to get the one for the version we're using, which is 1.597. Download this and extract. Open it up and open Skyrim, and what we are going to do, very simple, we're going to grab everything aside the text file and we are going to drag and drop it inside Skyrim. And as you can see, now we have the script extender. The script extender is going to help us to run a bunch of mods. This is an official Skyrim special edition patch. You're gonna go to the files, and here we have a problem. The problem is this version works only for this version of Skyrim. We're using 1.5 1.597. So if you were to download this, your game will be broken. Hold your pants because I have you covered. I have this link right here, which is essentially 1.597. So you want to go and click slow download. Because we are manually downloading this, we'll have to drag and drop it into Vortex, but it's not going to be like that for future mods. I'm trying to make this as educational as I can to help you when it comes to your modding experience. As the file is downloaded, you're going to go to where the file is and simply drag and drop it in the window that says drop file. The unofficial patch will be downloaded, click install, and the mod should be installed. Now that we have installed unofficial patch, let's grab alternate perspective, which is going to help us jump straight into the game while having to skip the intro. If you go to the requirements, you see we need those two mods. First, you should always check the requirements and install those mods, otherwise your game is going to be broken. Open the first one, and when we go to the requirements, push roda, there is none, go to the files and scroll down and find the one that works for 1.597, which is this one, and click mod manager download. Enable it, and now Fuzroda has been installed. Click deploy mod. Let's go to the GC containers, which is another mod we need. Go to the files and scroll down, and we need to find the one for 1.597 and download this. Click enable, deploy the mods, and now we go back to the alternate perspective, go to the files, and just install the main. We have all of the requirements installed, and this mod is going to help us because we can skip the intro, jump straight into the game, and we can check once this is installed. Click deploy mods, open loot, click sort plugins. Another essential mod we need is the Backported Extended ESL. Without this, no matter how many mods we are going to install, they are not going to work. When you go down to the requirements, as you can see, we need the address library. Address library is something we need. We go to the files, and here there is a bunch of text. First of all, download the first one, which is for 1.597. Go back to address library files and scroll down because we need one of those header files to add it where our data is. Go and select this version right here, which is for 1.597. Click manual, which means we'll have to extract it and drag and drop it into our Skyrim folder. Open it up, extract it, open the header file, go to your Skyrim where your data is, and very simple, drag and drop this inside. Now we go back to the Backported Extended ESL support and click mod manager download. Once this will be installed, we're going in game to check if our mods are working. Here it is, it's called Beast, this is the one, enable it, and now we go where loot is and we click sort plugins, and let's jump where our Skyrim is and launch it with our script extender. You always want to launch Skyrim like this from your script extender, otherwise all of the mods we're going to use will not take any effect. It works.
Again, it just works.
If your game didn't work before, it was because you did not download the Backported ESL. Let's make a note, let's call it subscribe to Kavou. You can see when you go to the system down there that we are using 1.5. We are currently running the best version when it comes to Skyrim that has full support for every single mod. You might think what we've done is very small. Guys, trust me when I'm telling you this, 90% of the people are failing those very first steps. We're going to start with those very three mods that you see, which is static mesh improvement, and this is gonna take a while, but open the first one, the static mesh improvement mod, and we need to install both of those. Install the main one. Static mesh improvement is going to essentially help us when it comes to all the graphics of the game. You want to install the static mesh improvement quality add-on, go simple enough and install it while using the slow download, and then go and install the static mesh improvement mod of improvement mode. All of those three mods go together. Static mesh improvement with all of those three mods combined is going to fix 90% of the clutter. When it comes to graphic mods, we want to go to Skyland, and Skyland is having some of the best mods ever made in my opinion. This is his page, you can follow my links. You are free to install any of those if you like them, but I'm going to keep it extremely simple. Open the Sky King alchemy ingredients, open the Sky King tickets and shrubs, open the Gilder Green fix, you can open the Ash Piles if you want, open the unique signs, go to the second page, open the Sky King signs, signs, grab the Skyland bits and bobs, and last but not least, grab the Skyland all-in-one. We're going to install all of those to visually make our game look absolutely fantastic. As you can see, this is 6 GB, so that's gonna take forever to be installed. I am not going to use any other mods, as I've said. Those 5 or 6 graphical mods combined with static mesh improvement don't have to check for requirements aside the Sky King unique signs, because we need the base object swap, which is going to help us with a bunch of things, and on the requirements we need the power of 3 tweaks as well. So we open the power of 3 tweaks, and I know this is very chaotic, but that's how modding Skyrim goes. And as you can see, this installer, it works for all the versions of the game. Download this with your mod manager, then go back and install the base object swapper, a mandatory engine mod that we need. Then we go back to the Sky King unique signs, and we have those getting installed. Go to the files and install the first file. And lastly, go to the Skyland bits and bobs, go to the files, and I will recommend you to install the performance version. And as you can see on the optional files, Embers XD is the best Ember mod on the Nexus. So I'm going to type Embers XD, I'm gonna go to the files, and I'm going to install the 1K version. Same visuals as if we had 2 or 4K, but it's going to save performance. Go back to the Skyland bits and bobs, open the smelter for Embers XD in a different page. Usually install mods one by one. I'm doing this because I've done this so many times. Click everything and that should do it. And when it comes to all of the other mods, simple enough, install it, select the special edition, and we're going to click to enable all of them. Keep it as it is. When it comes to patches, we're having the quality add-on, and you can use the dynamic things alternative if you like this mod. I'm going to skip it for simplicity of this video. We actually have one more mod we need when it comes to textures, and this is the Clean Skyrim Special Edition textures. And we are going to get the second file. What this mod is going to do, and look at the size, it is going to grab all of the Bethesda lazy and badly optimized textures, and it's going to save us so much more VRAM without losing anything. And because this is gonna take forever to install those huge mods, and I will be right back when the downloading has finished so we can actually check them out.
Many months later.
And we're back. After all of this is done, I am going to launch the game just to show you how different everything looks. Do you see this on the right side? The show unresolved conflicts. I'm gonna show you what exactly this is. If you click on it, this is an issue when it comes to overwriting mods. You see SMIM quality add-on is overwriting the static mesh improve. You have to grab the latest mod you install and load it last. For this one, I'm going to click the quality add-on and load it after, which is the suggested option, and I'm gonna do the same for the rest and click save. Here is the Skyland only one, and I'm going to select yes to the blended rods. This is not referring to the mod blended rods, but an extension Skyland is adding, and there is a patch for SMIM which we have installed. This is literally cosmetic, choose whichever you like, and this is the architecture, so I'm gonna go and literally select everything. And there is a bunch of mods you can grab, which is nice when it comes to full mod install. Cutting room floor is a nice mod to have. It's essentially cut content, so if you want this you can go on Nexus. I'm gonna show you and type cutting room floor and you get this, which is the cutting room floor, and you simply download it. Again, this is a power of 3 tweaks. Select the version we have, which is 1.97. The same goes for object swapper. Install the Sky King unique signs. I always use parallax, but just for simplicity of this, I'm going to select no. Let's click yes on that. We don't have complex parallax, so I'm gonna select no. If you do, you should have selected it. We have Ember CXD, and there we go. I'm gonna select the optimized and the first option. Here you can select a bunch of options. I'm just going to skip it, and I'm gonna show you through the conflicts again. As you can see, Ember CXD was the latest mod we installed, so click after. The same goes for the alchemy ingredients, click the after option, and always select the suggested path. On this one, as you can see, we don't have a path. Click the before option. When you don't have a path, it's usually the before option. Here, for example, we are not going to touch Ember EXD. We need to find the mod we install latest, which should be the bits and bots. So select that, only pick up the latest mods you've installed, which is bits and bots. Do not touch anything else. Click deploy mods, always do this when we install new mods, go to loot and click sort plugin. You're gonna see we have lots of new stuff added, and here we have an issue with alternative perspective. Always check loot. It says we are missing this one mod, so I'm gonna click on that, which is the Papyrus UI, the mod scripting, which I forgot to install. Go for this, download this version which works for 1.597, and the latest mod we installed was the clean texture. Ignore everything you see, ignore all of the other question marks, go to clean textures because it was again the latest mod we installed. If you have no suggested path, click before. We have issue with this, which is side. Click show, click on this, select the latest mod we installed, which is card or the clean textures, right click on it and select load last. As you can see, the issue is gone. Let's launch Skyrim now, and as you can see, by the way, look how the hood and everything looks, and we don't have parallax installed. If I had parallax installed, I'm gonna show you how much more better this is gonna look with a good lighting mode and an ENB, but my god, this looks amazing. The textures are there, the color is pretty much vanilla, but you can see how much more different all of the textures look. Of course, it's the goddamn courier, I swear to god. But again, the textures look crisp. If you don't like the colors, we're going to fix that. This looks beautiful. It will be way better if we had again parallax. Let's enhance the trees because I'm gonna show you how to use loads and how to generate your Dyndolod way later on. This one is my favorite mod because it is the vanilla trees but slightly better. You always go to the requirements, and as you can see, this requires to have Dyndolod. Do not install Dyndolod yet, I'm gonna show you how we do this later, but for now go to the files and get the first file over here and install that. I want to go and install Simplicity of Sea, which is a fantastic, beautiful mod when it comes to making the water look way more realistic and better. This is another mod required for the previous one, so go ahead and install that. Then I'm going to install the I can't pronounce this. It is a grass overhaul that essentially adds regions to Skyrim. On the requirements, we need this mod, so go ahead and click on that. We are going to install the land fixes, go back to the whatever magic is called, and install the first file over here. And last but not least, we are having Lux. You don't really need those, but I'm going to get Lux Via, which essentially it enhances all of the interiors when it comes to lighting, which is gonna come handy for our ENB. Lux Via enhances the exteriors. Let's go ahead and install the vanilla trees. You're gonna get prompt with the foam mod install. You can select anything you want here. You're gonna select the SFO2. This is a bunch of stuff. You can add them if you want, I don't care much. Let's install the landscape fixes for grass mods, which we need for Vey Blossom. Install the water mode, install the cathedral water. Always go for 2K. Let's install the cathedral weathers and season, which is going to be our weather mode of our choice. Will come handy with looks and the ENB we're going to use. Click on the more option here and we have a bunch of conflicts. We've installed the enhanced vanilla trees, so select that and click the suggested paths. We have installed also the simplicity of sea, so click save, click on the show, and the latest mod we've installed was the enhanced vanilla trees. So right click on that and click load. Click on the more option again, and the cathedral water was the latest mod we've installed, so only select that. We are waiting for cathedral, weathers and seasons, so until that happens, let's go to looks and install the main file over here. Ignore the required ones, go to the looks via, go to the files and install the main file. Let's go ahead and install most of the mods. Select Vortex because we're using that. ENB support, select yes. We don't have an ENB installed yet, but we are going to. Select the high quality. I will go for the dense, fall, click finish. I will install those few mods, then we are going to put the ENB. I will show you how the game looks. Go for the first two options. Here down you can see all of the different stuff. If you are using parallax, I'm gonna go for the vanilla stuff. If you are using the improved Dwemer glass, which you should pick that up. I'm not for the sake of the video. This is an official patch. Select the pre-update because we are using 1.597. We should have looks via left. Here you see we're missing some of the files. Ignore the looks resources, those will get installed. It's essentially looks via, which as you can see here it gets installed. So for now don't worry about it. Once we install this, everything will be fine. Select the ENB light. All of those are options you can select if you want. And if I click check again, as you can see it's gone. Let's go to the conflicts. We need to select looks. Only select looks because it was the latest mod we've installed, and click save. To the show, go to looks, as you can see here, right click on it and select load last, and that should do it. Don't forget to deploy the mods. And now let's move to root ENB. I will show you exactly how to use an ENB, but before that, if you go to the requirements, we need a bunch of stuff, so don't worry, I will walk you around. First of all, we need the ENB helper. I will install everything and then we will get down to it. Follow my steps and we should be fine. Install the ENB helper for 1.597. Let's go to the enhanced volumetric lighting and shadows, and then I'm going to use the main file. Go for the less distracting blowing snow effects. Again, all of those are the mods are required for root ENB, so I'm just going super fast. Next we have the Obsidian mountain fogs, which will add fogs into the mountains, creating this beautiful effect that you see. The participle patch, I'm just double checking, only install the main file. The engine fixes, which again we have all of those installed. Go to the files and click the 1.597, and with all of that being installed, we go here to the ENB page. I will have the links down. You see here on the bottom, select that and click download. Let's extract this for now, and I will tell you what we are going to do with this. Open it up and grab everything inside the wrapper, copy paste it, go to where your Skyrim is and paste it inside here. Before we install root ENB, and I will show you how beautiful our game will look, let's go back to Vortex and install all of the different small mods, particle patch, the engine fixes, and that should be all of the mods before we get down to the ENB. Select finish 1.597, go to the root ENB, and first of all install with the mod manager the first mod over here, and then go to the Lanch version and manually download this. We're going to extract this and we are going to copy paste that. You need to do it manually, it's extremely important, into our Skyrim and replace it. We're waiting for root ENB, as you can see, to be installed. It's gonna take a while and you can select a bunch of those. I'm gonna select everything. Let's go ahead and launch Skyrim. See how the lighting and everything looks. The lighting and how much more different everything looks. Have in mind, we're not using any body type of mode. This is essentially how the game looks. You've seen how the game looked before. Look at that. This is so much more different. Holy, this looks amazing. Of course the courier comes literally the second to jump scare us, but look how beautiful this looks. And again, this is me using what, 20 mods. I'm not even using parallax. This is the Embers XD. Let me show you. Come on, follow me. This is the Embers XD and it looks, oof, it looks cool. I love the sparks, man. My god, the mountains and the fogs is beautiful. And okay, fuck you. I hate children in Skyrim, I hate them. Back to this, look how beautiful the visuals are. You have the freedom to mod the game as much as you want. I'm just here, a humble servant, to show you how it's done. This is performance friendly, guys. Everything I'm using is very light. We are back for the last part of this video, which is installing Dyndolod. In order to install Dyndolod, first of all, we need a Dyndolod alpha open. I will have the links down in the video description, and also the two requirements, which is the Dyndolod DLLNG and the Dyndolod resources. First of all, let's go to the resources, and this is the one where we have to install it with our mod manager. The resources have been downloaded. It's gonna prop a FOMod installer. Select the core files, grab all of those. Once this is out of the way, and we go to the Dyndolod NG, click on the files and install this with the mod manager. I am going to enable the resources, and anytime now now we're going to get the DLL. And the last mod we've installed was the NG file. Click the suggested paths and do the same for the resources. We go to the Dyndolod alpha, we go to the files and we manually download. This is Dyndolod. We're gonna click here and extract the files. So I'm gonna click on that, click on Dyndolod, and essentially this is the program. How does one runs Dyndolod? Follow me, I'm gonna show you. We go on this window over here on the very top left on Vortex, scroll down, you should click the plus icon over here. I'm going to name this TextGen and I'm gonna click this icon. I'm gonna go to the drive, I've installed it, and it's this one over here. We click on that and we select the TextGen and we save it. Let's do this for Dyndolod. Go and name it Dyndolod, click on this icon again and select the Dyndolod exe. I'm going to click on the top left here and I'm going to run TextGen. Select the Skyrim Special Edition and let it run. Here it tells you where it's going to be saved with the scripts on the Dyndolod, and you're gonna get this window over here. Don't select anything, just click start, and this is gonna take approximately 5 minutes.
A few moments later.
And as you can see, it is finished. Always click zip and exit because that is going to save our file. Let's go to Dyndolod, and as you can see, we have this new file here that was not here before. It's called TextGen output. And as you can see, it's very small because I'm not using that many mods. For anytime you want to generate a new TextGen, you will have to grab your previous one, delete it, and rerun the text. This happens every time you install any graphical mod or anything that alters the landscapes, the trees, and all of that. Let's go to our Vortex and simply enough drag and drop this inside our Vortex. And now we have the TextGen, which essentially is going to be the billboards or the trees and all of that. And let's scroll all the way down. Here is the TextGen and fix that by clicking the recommended options. Let's go back to the programs again on the top left and find Dyndolod. Click on that, select the special edition, click start. I would recommend you to go for high if you have a good system. If you have a medium system, go for medium. I'm gonna go for high. As you can see, everything is selected, which should be selected. Your Dyndolod is going to be on this output over here, so once it's finished, simple enough, open it and drag and drop it inside our game. If you have any issues, it's going to be mostly from the creation club. I've shown you everything. When it comes to body mods and physics, I will have a video that I've made dedicated to that down in the video description. Thank you for watching, like the video, that way I will know so I can make similar one for Fallout New Vegas. So until next time, happy modding!